Hey, my name is Dan McDonald, and I'm the Life Generator here on YouTube. I want to thank you for joining me for the daily show here. Another episode of the Life Generator Show. So, what do we got today? I've got an aloe vera leaf, and I've also got some orange juice. So I'm just whipping up a real quick breakfast for myself. I'm on a juice fast. Maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now I just wanted to share with you my relationship with the aloe vera plant. I've been using it for many years for different reasons, and I like to use it internally as well as topically. Internally, it can be very good for people with ulcers or any type of inflammation in the GI tract, colitis, etc. And it can also be very good for constipation. Now, it's a mild laxative, it's not strong, but it will help to loosen up and eventually help to release some of that constipation. But don't forget that a lot of times constipation comes from stress on one level, as far as the nervous system being in a state of fight or flight. And there's another also more subtle understanding of constipation, and that is just the ability to just let go of control of everything going on in your life. And to have more faith, which is good for all of us to have more faith, because faith guides us to the highest place we could possibly be, and all of our needs will be taken care of in the states of the highest faith. Anyways, I've got some aloe vera here, and I'm going to just show you how to fillet that really quick. What you do is you've got the ribs here, right? So what I'm going to do is just go down the edge. Remove those ribs. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to tell you it's also very good for burns. In fact, that's its most well-known useful quality, is that it can really help to alleviate the pain of burns, and as well as disinfect, and also to help to heal up the burn wound, and it'll keep blisters at a minimum. Okay, so that's its main, most well-known use, I think. A lot of people don't use this internally as much, and when they do, generally it's one of these watered down products. I'm sure there's some good aloe products, but I've never found anything that matches quite up with just grabbing the leaf and either eating it. Now, it's bitter as sin, so you've got to be at a pretty high level of to eat it. So that's why I like to just use it in this recipe here with the orange juice, because then you get the medicinal benefits, which are very electrical, highly conductive, very strong and ancient plants, the aloe family, and the Egyptians and the masters in the desert knew about this many, many thousands of years ago. So, and it's also a beauty food. It's got tons of elements that add to the beauty of the human organism. It can be used topically as well to keep the hair healthy, as well as to diminish fine lines on the face, if you're interested in that sort of thing. So it's just an all-around really good plant, and everyone should have an aloe vera plant in their house, and just in case of an emergency. And we happen to have a really gigantic aloe vera plant, so I can use this every day, and I will never run out. And so I like to use it once or twice a week, you know, internally. Right now I'm on a juice fast, like I said, and so this is just my breakfast. I'll talk about juice fasting if I remember. Right now I just wanted to show you how to fillet this. I cut the ribs off, and now I'm going along the top and just removing the top layer of the skin here. I did a really good job on that one. Sometimes it doesn't come out as easy. Now you can take this and rub it on your skin or whatever, and it's just a really good thing to do. You can also mix aloe vera and avocado and make a face mask, and you can also take aloe vera and wheatgrass and make a hair tonic. You wash your hair, and then you take your aloe vera and your wheatgrass tonic, you rub that in, and you give yourself a nice head massage for 5 or 10 minutes, and then you let that sink in, and that'll help you to keep the color in your hair, as well as stimulate hair growth. So if you are balding and you are interested in you know, seeing if this works for you, it'd be a good idea, but you also have to really regenerate, you know, your glands, organs, tissues, and remove the obstructions to the blood capillaries that meet the end of the hair follicles as well, which is most people's problem, is that we just got clogged up. And it's really tough in today's day and age. And the other thing too, people mentioning about the gray beard and things like that, it's like the one thing we all might as well make peace with, and that is that, number one, every single one of you watching this video is going to get old and you're going to leave planet Earth. So it's all the young people who haven't quite faced that fact yet that are the ones that make the cute little comments about you're getting gray hairs in your beard, you're getting old, like I'm the life regenerator, so I'm supposed to be eternally and perpetually youthful. It's the stress though on this body that strengthens the soul. So if I have to use this body to get old so that my soul can grow and evolve, you can bet your sweet little butt I'm going to use this body to grow my spirit, okay? Because we have an attachment to the body, then we have a lot of stress because of that, because of bills, because of relationships, because of the clinging to the things of the earth. And that creates stress due to fear, and then the body ages, okay? But that drives us deeper into ourselves, and if we are a spiritual person and to grow, then that helps us develop faith and courage, and most of all, acceptance of exactly what every single person's watching this video's fate is going to be. Unless you know somebody who has been alive for forever. Okay, case closed. I have never been more at peace with the aging process myself. I'm going to live and I'm going to love. And I don't necessarily hope to be remembered for my body or my dazzling good looks. Although there's a likelihood of that still. But, I'm just kidding, but I do hope that you remember me for my spirit, my soul, the love. That's how you live forever, is you leave love as your legacy. Love is the answer. There was a young man who's having weight issues. He is very overweight. There is a young girl who is having issues with an eating disorder and bulimia. Now guess what? There's the overweight and there's the bulimia. And you know what? Both of them had the same exact problem. And you know what it was? Fear. Okay? Eating too much out of fear, vomiting out of fear, afraid. And that fear holds the digestion, and that fear stresses you out. Then you reach for the comfort foods, you see? So love is the answer, and that is my mission on life. I'm sorry I get sidetracked. It's the important stuff like this that I really want to get out there into the world. And then the food thing is really cool too. When you can take some aloe vera and you just go along here and you go right along the leaf and you just scrape that wonderful gel out of there, which just soothes the skin, helps with digestion, beautification. Aloe vera gel is basically liquid crystals. And so that it just enhances the electricity and the beauty in your body. Okay, so there we go. Now what I do is take a little bit of the OJ here. Love is the answer, baby. Love is the answer to everybody, to all of our problems, all of our queries, all of our everything. Love is the foundation. And then in my personal life, and I hope that you'll consider this as well, working on peace, which isn't getting something outside myself, but releasing the obstructions to the peace. And love is the foundation that allows me to work at being strong enough to dissect my own mind, to just get rid of that, to get rid of this, to get rid of that, to get rid of this, to get rid of that, to get rid of that attachment, to let go of this, to be free from that, to have more faith that if I open my heart to you and leave it open, no matter what anyone says or does or what the world, if everyone hated me and I kept my heart open, the big cheese, the God, and the law, as I like to call it, will have my back. And I will rise from the ashes. And no matter how low I get or how much the world steps on me, if your heart is open and your mind is on the eternal part of yourself, you cannot lose. Keep your mind on that which is eternal, not the temporary, not the sphere because you're getting wrinkles, or you're worried if you can pay your bills, because it'll be that worry that blocks the flow of the universe coming through you to where the abundance is massive. So keep the faith, keep the flow, keep the love as the foundation, and work towards that peace by just releasing one thing at a time, releasing everything. And what's interesting is the wisdom that comes from being responsible for your protoplasm, your family, doing your duty, doing your diligence day in and day out, getting up, going to work, paying your bills, kissing your wife, taking care of your kids, pleasing your boss, taking care of your body, and doing everything you need to do with laser-like focus, diligence, happiness, and at the same time, never forgetting your eternal nature, that you're just simply passing through here, planet Earth. It's a quick little visit. All these relationships are going to end. All your popularity is going to be dust in the wind. All your money, all your plaques on your wall, all of your accomplishments are going to fluff out into dust and be nothing. Right now, they have meaning and significance. You're in the flesh. But not if you're going to focus on those and lose your understanding of the eternal nature, of the light inside of you. Okay? That's the most important thing to remember. To always keep that knowledge forefront in your mind. I am an eternal being, and this is a temporary situation. And then you can do your work on earth peacefully, gracefully, without attachment, without aversion, and you'll be just observing the comings and the goings, and you'll be that love and you'll be that peace, and the world will be a better place because you are a channel for those qualities. And what that does is other people see that, they say, how you got that? I want some of that. And then you can teach them. When they come to you and ask you, how do you have so much peace? I mean, your whole life is falling apart. And then maybe you can teach. But you teach silently, because it just emanates off you. You don't have to say anything or do anything. You are just the love and the peace. Now how's that for a breakfast juice video? Man, this guy. Wish I could say I don't know where that's all coming from, but I do. So I just blend a little bit of it in there because I don't want to get air into all the juice. So this here, you see the difference in the color? It's because there's a little bit of oxygen gets put into the juice here from the aloe and the blades. But what I do then is then I pour it into here, and it sort of restructures it back into orange juice with the aloe. And then what I've got is an amazing breakfast drink here. If you're sensitive to sugar, you can cut this in half. Half orange juice, half water with a little bit of aloe. Okay, so let's talk about juice fasting for a minute. I think I'm on day 4. I got to call Ken and ask him. I can't remember, is it 3 or 4? It's either day 3 or day 4 on a juice fast, but we planned on 7, but I might keep going. I might go into a water fast after this. I don't know. So when I'm on a juice fast, I like to start the day off with the sugar, get the kindling going. But what I do is a pretty good balance of fruit and vegetable juices. And I tend to lean over on the green juices, the low glycemic green juices, because, you know, if the sugar can take you up and down. I'll hit this, energize the cells for the day, get the motors going, and then I'll chill it out with a couple of greenies, and then maybe at the end of the day either another green juice or like a watermelon juice or something like that. But I don't have a set, fixed thing on this juice fast. I'm just going to drink liquids. Last night my dinner was a couple of coconut waters, and a green juice and a watermelon juice, and I had this for breakfast yesterday as well. So I had this one, and I had a watermelon juice and a green juice, and then a couple of coconut waters. So on an average day of juice feasting for me, I will drink anywhere from 3 to 6 of these. Now back in the day when I was a little more athletic, I might even drink like 8 jars of juice, but I'm not as busy. My exercise is much more moderate. Over-exercising can take you out of that peacefulness too. Talking too much, wasting energy, it's no good. Save your energy. Be the silent peace. I have to talk a lot on these videos and stuff, but when I get off this camera, I'm always working on becoming more quiet. Anyways, my job is to speak with you. So do your job, do your work, and then try to spend as much time in quiet, solitude, and faith as you can. But anyways, juice fasting, and this is, I think juice fasting is like one of the best things you can do because you can function throughout the day. It's got a little bit of discipline, but not so much like water fasting to where you're like, it takes all you've got to water fast, And then on water fasting, some days you can't even get out of bed. And other days you have a lot of energy. With the juice fasting, it's consistent, but yet you're pulling out all the crap that's making you sick, And you're pulling out all the fiber, for the most part. There's actually quite a bit of fiber in green juices and these juices. And that fiber, adds up, and then eventually you have a nice bowel movement. You can also use enemas and colonics as well during the juice fasting process, and it's actually recommended. But the juice fasting is pretty much the fastest, safest, mellowest, way to really get well. Now, water fasting, boom, you're in it, you're getting it out of there, and it's like you're going through the EBGBs, and your kidneys and everything are just flushing, and it's like happening really fast. So water fasting is quick, but really most of us are not there because it's too quick, and there's too many toxins everywhere, and it gets really bad. When you get like me, like I did a 3-day water fast just for a little maintenance thing, I didn't even slow down. I didn't stop, slow down, no detox, no nothing. So I know my body's really clean. So next time I go a little bit deeper on a 7-day water fast, it ain't going to be no thing either. But most people aren't quite, like I've been doing this for a long time, so everything's pretty clean. There's not a lot of buildup. So the water fasting is the quickest. The juice fasting is just a beautiful thing, and I recommend it because you can have fun. You do get creative. You do get to keep your energy up. In fact, sometimes you get too much energy. So if anybody's lacking energy, juice fasting is going to be great, whether it's for 1 day or 7 days or 21 days, or 40 days for a 40-day spiritual fast, And so juice fasting is great. There's also a great lifestyle to live for everyone on raw foods, and that is, anywhere from 1 to 4 of these, and then a salad at night. That's pretty much the lifestyle, the 1 meal a day, plus the tonics during the day. Water with lemon, or Master Cleanse, or orange juice, or watermelon juice, or green juices, or cucumber juice, or coconut water. And then a salad at night. And that's the stable game. That's where I roll when I'm just living. I just have liquids during the day so I can get all my work done. Nothing slows me down. No time on digestion. And then I have a meal between 4 and 6 p.m. Knocks me back. Throw a couple avocados on a salad, some dulse, some Brazil nuts, put a nice orange dressing over there or something. Sit down, chill out. And that fat just chills you out. Gives you lots of energy. Because I'll tell you right now, for me, fat has proven to be a far superior source of energy. You got to think, the sugars are the kindling. and the fat are the logs on the fire. Now for me, I'm a fire builder. I used to take my chainsaw, nobody get pissed off. I used to take my chainsaw when we were hicks out in the woods, and I would cut down trees, man, and just stack them on top of each other. And I'd pour diesel fuel on there and just so no one get pissed off that I did that, because I was like drunk, and we would get drunk and we would have chicken fights and we would land in cow poop, and we thought it was fun. Okay, we were rednecks. I've been a skater, a gangster, redneck, homeless, drug addict. I don't even know what I am now. I've been all this cool stuff, man. And your life's going to change and come and go. There's no sense in judging anyone for anything, because it could be you one day that goes and does all that stuff. I've been a break dancer, a skater. I was dancing in a dance troupe when I was like 16. I've done crazy stuff. And now I'm just, you can't box me in for any of it. I won't box you in. I don't even know what my point was to all that, but just having fun, living life, juice fasting, cleansing, healing, regenerating. Oh, something about the fire. Yeah. Ha! See? I can come back. Let's see. Fire. Yeah. Kindling for the fruit sugars. And if you're just on the fruit, what I've learned is that you got to have more kindling, kindling. You got to eat 5 billion kindlings all day long, and you never have a chance. For me, I can have 1 or 2, and as I evolved, I wasn't drinking anything during the day. I would just have the 1 meal at night, and that was it. And I was running like a soldier champ. Now, I was eating a fair amount of fats at the end of the night, but I would go to the gym the next day. I would get all my work done for the videos and stuff like that. And my energy was stable, I was calm, I was satiated, satisfied, because I was getting so much minerals from those greens, and avocados are like mineral bombs, and I was putting the dulse on there, and the microgreens, and the sprouts, and any other little thing I wanted to put on those salads, and I would eat these huge salads. It would knock me out, and I'd be done working for the day, of course, and then I'd digest for a couple hours, go to bed, and then I'd run off that stuff all day the next day and didn't have to worry about food. Other times it's a little hotter or something, I'll have cucumber juice, celery juice, beet juice, apple juice, whatever, something like this. But with the juice fasting, you know, it's an epic way. And everybody should be juicing. I thought, is there anyone that I wouldn't recommend juicing to? Paleo, daily juicing habit. Weight loss, daily juicing habit. Anorexic, bulimic, daily juicing habit. Psychosomatic problems, juice fasting. ADD, bipolar, juice fasting. Gain weight, lose weight. Everybody, because flush, and increase absorption of minerals, fats, proteins, sugars. Increasing absorption. One dude eats 4,000 calories a day and poops out 4,000 calories a day because his utilization is so messed up. Another person eats 4,000 calories a day, absorbs, utilizes, and burns 4,000 calories a day. You see? So it depends on the context, on the different factors that need to be taken into consideration. And absorption is increased with the juicing. And what you really want is the minerals, number 1. Number 2, you want the fruit and vegetable sugars. And number 3, the fatty acids for, those are the logs. So you kickstart the fire with the kindling, and then do you just keep on burning kindling? Then that's inefficient, because you got to keep going around and around and gathering up more little kindling everywhere you go, and you never get to sit down and enjoy the fire. See? So for me, I've found a lot of joy in bringing in higher levels of fat into my life. Now, I love fruit, but I have found out for myself that the fat calories nice and mellow throughout the day. But that's just me. You got to find out what works for you. That being said, I really do live off the love. The love is the most important thing. The faith is what keeps me going in this life. That everything that happens according to the law is true and just. And so what I do as a man who would like to live by wisdom is I align myself with the law. Because I know the law is just and no one can escape it. The laws of man, sure, you can get away with it your whole life and never go to prison. But the laws of nature, you cannot escape. And the one holy law, you will never escape. And Judgment Day is not tomorrow, and it isn't when your life ends. Judgment Day is every single second. Because when you send hate towards your brother, you just done killed yourself with hate. And now you might not be aware of that, but it's the truth. How could it not be? Because your heart is infected by the hate. You're the one that's dying, not him. You sent hate at him. He don't give a crap about you. None know how. You're the one that's dying with hate in your heart. I've worked with a lot of people, and they did the diet, but they couldn't get rid of the hate, and so they died of heart problems. Or the people with mental problems that can't let any go of that. Judgment, criticism. It's a letting go process, because the pristine purity and power of the divine holy light is within you. It is the space between the cells that animates the cells. And that's how we regenerate. Man, right now I'm just fueling that space with my love for the... Dude, these oranges are from the... Remember that tree we went to when we said, eat the sunlight and live forever? These are the same from that same lady. And I went back to that lady, like everyone suggested, and I said, can I give you some money? Is there something I can do for you? And she said, no. Take the oranges. You're doing me a favor. These oranges are the most epic oranges of all time. Okay? Because I could look at the soil, and I could look at the leaves on the tree, and the mineral density of these oranges is out of sight, and the ripeness and the freshness is insane. So sometimes you get the sun-kissed oranges, and they ain't nothing like this. So I pretty much cleaned off that tree. I got a whole other box to go. So I'm just drinking OJ on this juice fast for spiritual clarity. And I think that you can see that I'm getting some of that. I want to help you in any way that I can, and I know that love is the answer, and I know that raw foods is a one heck of a practical way to love yourself. Love is the answer. That's my mission. I would really appreciate your support with that in any way that you can give it. And I don't just mean monetarily at all. I'm asking you to pray for me. I'm asking you to put a nice comment down below. I'm asking you to give this video a thumbs up. I'm asking you to go to my Facebook page and give that a thumbs up. I'm asking you to sign up for my Insiders Club, where I just did a video this morning, which will go out in the next day or two. So sign up for the Insiders Club, and you'll get another video on the importance of love and my personal mission to expose the peace within me so that I can be uplifting to everyone. I've also got some great DVDs. I'd like to show you that right now. I do a lot of self-promoting, everyone, because it's just what I have to do right now. So I really appreciate you understanding that. As I've got a lot of responsibilities, I want to let everyone know that this type of juice is what you'll find on Juicing for Energy and Peak Performance. You'll find a whole bunch more recipes just like this, and instruction, motivation, inspiration, action Jackson. Your Shazzer Clarp. Your Shazzer Clarp. Your claws are sharp, and he's crawling up my leg here. Anyways, yeah, the Juicing for Energy and Peak Performance will give you more instruction. And I've also got a couple other recipes on, or DVDs on juicing for beauty. And get this thing, and get the juicing. The daily juicing habit is the thing that I love to share for everybody. And then when pretty soon you're just living off juice, and you're like, hello, I'm alive, I can feel it, you can feel it, I'm going out to play, I'm going to love the heck out of this life, I'm going to love everyone that comes my way, especially the people who watch these videos, because that's just my thing, it's what I do, and I'm happy and excited. And again, I was intending to make a short video, but there's so much good stuff to share that I figured, what the heck, let's do this. So get yourself some aloe, keep that around the house, and drink your way to health. Fruit and vegetable juices, liquidarian is the next step below breatharian, you know what I'm saying? And anemia is not something I intend to try on this planet at this time. But you can sure bet I'm going to go and roll right down there at the notch below that, which is liquidarianism. Below that is fruitarianism, you know what I'm saying? But don't forget, avocados and olives are a fruit. This is a great life. This is a great day. I'm going to the market to load up on fruits and veggies. I love it. I love fruits and vegetables, but not as much as I love love. And I love the peace that passes understanding more than I love the love, because the love is within the field of peace, but then the peace is the whole fullness and the wholeness and the total acceptance and the divinity of everything. Even your enemy is seen as divine. Thank you for your love. God bless you.